Australian Hotel Motel Class 6. An establishment here that I can speak of the highest praise. For this event, though, I do like number 6, Sir Libra, a ride for Matthew Carl. Now, this is trained by John Morrissey, one of the leading trainers of the area. He's had 13 starts so far for 3 wins and 4 minor placings, and importantly, Sir Libra does like the Canberra track. Now, the latest start for Sir Libra was in fact at Canberra at the last Sunday meeting, where, as you can see, Sir Libra is lurking on the outside coming to the turn and battles on very solidly after a tough run 3 deep to just win.
Then Brockenhurst down towards the inside, followed by Waylon. Further back behind those Wenders coming down the centre, and Untrue down towards the inside, but the pressure's on now at the 300, and on the outside Sir Libra battles out now, but coming very quickly was the stablemate Wenders. It's Wenders out after the stablemate Sir Libra, and also Untrue coming between those. Untrue is coming home a shade the better. They hit the line. Untrue, I think Untrue's got there in the nick of time to beat Sir Libra. Third out wide, Wenders.
It was wishful thinking. It didn't just win, it just got beaten, Sir Libra, on that occasion. Now, at Canberra, Sir Libra has had 3 wins and 4 second placings, and now, having had 3 runs back from a spell, should just about be wound up fitness-wise to run a bold race. Moving on at Canberra now to race 7. This is the Mirrenjack Merino stud handicap, and it's over 1,000 metres. Number 6, Bleep, is in fact chasing the hat trick today from the Rado Bolgen stable in Maruya to be ridden by Jamie Whitney. Unfortunately, we don't have a replay of the latest start of Bleep, but it was at Bega. It was on the 29th of November when Bleep was pretty impressive in winning there. That followed a Canberra win over 1,200 metres. Today, Bleep shaping up for 3 in a row. I think that he is capable of achieving the feat. He's had 8 wins so far, 5 seconds, and quite clearly is a pretty smart galloper. Moving on now to the 9th at Canberra on this Yass Cup meeting, and this is the race where I do like number 9, Normal Practice. Now, Normal Practice is pretty lightly raced, having had 4 starts so far, but from the 4 starts has registered 2 wins and 2 minor placings. And Normal Practice, of course, has that highly successful country jockey Tracy Bartley aboard. Now, the most recent run of Normal Practice, this was on the 15th of November at Royal Randwick. Now, he actually, on this occasion, dead heats for second. As you can see, Normal Practice there is a bit better than midfield when they corner, and is starting to or trying to work into the open now, and it was a good solid effort, beating all bar Expertise.
Put his head in front. Prima Barchi's out in the centre, running on. Chiming in as overtime, and Normal Practice is about to explode through in the centre. Expertise late, and Ideal Realm running on. Ideal Realm on the outsides, running on strongly, but overtime's hit the lead. Here's Expertise swamping them with Normal Practice. Expertise in the last stride got up to win. From Normal Practice, overtime 3rd, Ideal Realm 4th.
Well, on that occasion, Normal Practice was first up. 3 runs earlier, Normal Practice finished 3rd at Warwick Farm, and also had been a winner at Kembla Grange and Goulburn. Is certainly well up to a race like this. Well, they're the 3 specials for the Canberra meeting today. As we move on now to the Melbourne fixture, which in Canberra is Michael Heath. He'll be with us throughout the day with his last-minute views on the meeting. Now, first up, the first, Michael, what have you come up with?
Yeah, good afternoon, Rod, and good afternoon, everyone. Well, the equal favourites on course are 1 Loring and 2 Loves to Stubby. They're around about $3.50. The total Loves to Stubby. That price is mirrored by the bookmakers, as is Loring. Both well in commission here in what is a pretty tough opening event for sure. I've settled on 1 Loring. Looks absolutely magnificent looking at him in the mounting yard. Big run here on Canberra Cup Day behind Noble Al. Raced right on that occasion. Well drawn here today. Should get box seated, and he's expected to race well, as the money suggests. 4 Indian Cigar, an interesting runner. First starter, has trialled very nicely. Looks absolutely magnificent in the mounting yard. Expected to race well in commission, around about a point under each way odds with the bookmakers. And 6 Struggle Town here has improved absolutely leaps and bounds on his first up, 4th here, fortnight back. He's expected to race well. He's come in a point or 2 with the bookies. Plenty of money to suggest he's going to be viable here today. Can't fault the condition of 2 Loves to Stubby, but I've got 1 Loring on top, 4 Noble Indian Cigar for the minors with 6 Struggle Town.
Okay, Michael, good luck. Quite frankly, I would be inclined to have something on Loves a Stubby.
I think you've had plenty on it in the past. Why not today?
Michael Heath, that's his latest look on the first event today from Canberra. And I'll be back throughout the day, of course. We'll have Michael Heath and also hopefully some interesting interviews from here. Now, for today's Sky Racing, let's go back to Sky and Chris Kearns.
And thank you, Rod. And of course, Rod and Michael Heath will be there right through the day to bring you the very latest on the betting for the meeting at Canberra today. And of course, a big meeting in Sydney at Warwick Farm and all the other venues around the countryside. And it's going to be a very busy afternoon as usual for this Sunday. Now let's update. We have number one. So we have a little problem with that monitor in here, so I'll read them off here. Loring is at $7. Loves a Stubby at $3.80, Black Sabbath at $10, Indian Cigar is at $5.40, Struggletown $5.10, it's firmed up. Silver Shilling is at $7.30. Then we've got Centauri $35, Shore Return $36, and Katie Jane at $24. And the other runner is Princess Borg Journey at $46. The tips there from Tony Campbell. 1 Loring to beat number 3 Black Sabbath and 7 Silver Shilling. 1, 3, 7. The selections there in race 1. They're moving in pretty well. For the first, as we say, good afternoon at Canberra to Tony Campbell.
And they're moving in well now. Now, Sure Return goes up. Silver Shilling the grey is the one out. This is the first of 9 here on Yass Cup Day. Line is almost set. Just waiting on Silver Shilling to move along. Loves a Stubby down towards the inside. Struggletown stands up with Sure Return. Black Sabbath, Indian Cigar, Ocotillo. Now Silver Shilling not quite in yet. Goes up now. All in race 1 Canberra. The line is set. Just waiting on the light. Loves a Stubby, the inside runner. Now there's the light, they're set, boxed and ready. Race 1, and away they go. A fairly good level start down towards the inside. Loves a Stubby showing speed, taken on by Loring. Ocotillo's going up wide, so too is Centauri showing speed. Black Sabbath and Princess Begonia not too far away. Drifting back a bit was Silver Shilling, followed by Katie Jane. The next one was Struggletown, followed by Sure Return. And Indian Cigar down towards the inside. On settling down as they leave the back and race down the side. Centauri moved up on the outside to share the lead with Loring. Now in behind those in third, Princess Begonia. Head off fourth on the inside, Loves a Stubby, who's getting a beautiful run, followed then going up very quickly Silver Shilling. A break to Black Sabbath, followed then by Ocotillo, and the next pair behind those then were Sure Return, and well back behind those Struggletown racing towards the turn, followed by Indian Cigar, and Katie Jane is last of all, but around the turn, and Loring kicked away at the top of the straight, out wide running on fairly well Silver Shilling, followed by Centauri. Ocotillo down towards the inside, then Loves a Stubby, well back behind those Black Sabbath, followed further back then Struggletown, but as they race down towards the 200, Loring is giving plenty on the outside. Silver Shilling is trying hard. They're drawing clear. It's Loring and Silver Shilling. Loring just in front. Silver Shilling tries hard, but Loring hands and heels to the line. Loring a long head over Shilling. Ocotillo third, followed then by Loves a Stubby, then Struggletown. Back behind those Centauri, followed by Black Sabbath. The next one was Indian Cigar, followed further back to Katie Jane. Well back Sure Return. And the last one to pull up was Princess Begonia.
So number 1 Loring, well supported and gets home in the first event over number 7 Silver Shilling, and third will go to number 5 Octillo. 175 in race 1 at Canberra as the winner races away from them. Good performance there in the first at Canberra. Okay, we'll take a break. Be back with more right after this on the Sunday edition of Sky Race Day. Here's Rod Galagas.
Thanks, Chris. Back here at Canberra. Well, you saw Michael Heath. He was in form in picking the first winner today. A man who was in form on the social front is the chairman of the Yass Race Club, and it's Warren Hall. Warren, how did this meeting come about?
Right, it goes back 3 years now, and it all started with a race function we had one night, and it was born at that meeting that we try and do something for Yass and District Racing and Yass and District itself by having something on Sky Television and get ourselves a bit organised within the media. And thanks very much to the ACT Race Club for making this venue available. We have got nothing like this in Yass, of course.
Now, it gets tremendous community support. I believe there's quite a few bus loads have come across from Yass.
Yes, we brought 9 bus loads over today, and that's a great improvement on the first year. Taking into account the buses now hold 57 instead of 47. We bought 9 this year instead of 6 last year, so we're excited, and everyone in Yass is having a great time.
And like invariably you get a big crowd here, like naturally with all those bus loads, but also a lot of the Canberra people come.
Look, it's only got to look around here today. It's a great day, so it brings people out of their homes, and we're just very appreciative of them supporting Yass.
Quite clearly that country racing is alive and kicking.
It certainly is. And you had a good night last night, they tell me?
I just would refuse to answer that on the grounds that it may tend to incriminate me, but certainly the hospitality is outstanding.
We had a great Calcutta last night, and we must thank you very, very much for your participation there. Without you, I don't think it would have been anywhere near as successful.
Well, all I can say, Warren, it's a pleasure and good luck today. Hope you back plenty of winners.
I'll be trying. Thanks very much, Rod.
That's Warren Hall, who's the president of this Yass Race Club. A very live wire organisation, 1 meeting a year, but it is some meeting. As we go back to Chris.
OK, Rod, sounded like it was a great night there last night too. We'll be back to Rod throughout the day, of course, at Canberra and Murray Bridge. They're at the start. Let's update the market there on race 1. Number 2, once again, here's Rod Galagas.
Spot on, Chris, here at the Yass Cup meeting in Canberra. The first race won by Loring, and the jockey was Alan Abrahams. Alan, pretty game win.
Yeah, it was a very game win, Rod. It shows a fair bit of potential, the horse.
What about today? What's your best chance coming up?
I thought King's Risk had a really good chance in the 5th. Probably should have won the other day.
Tell me, Alan, you must do a fair bit of travelling. You're based at Wagga Wagga?
Yeah, I get around. Wherever I can get rides, I go, you know, especially if they've got chances.
Roughly how many kilometres a week would you cover?
Oh, I don't know. I suppose it'd be 1,000 wouldn't be exaggerating, I wouldn't think.
Gee. Now, you've travelled a bit yourself, like before you settled in Wagga Wagga?
Yeah, did my apprenticeship at Wangaratta, and then I went up the Northern Rivers, and then I went back to, I rode for Mike Willis's for a while, and then I ventured and stayed in Wagga, and I've been there about 6 years.
How long have you been riding now?
For nearly 15 years.
We're not going to call you a veteran anyway. Any idea how many winners you've ridden in your career?
Over the 700 mark, yeah.
And you also get to Melbourne, you've ridden there?
Yeah, I've rode a few winners in Melbourne, and when you don't get many opportunities, you know, it's a fair way away, so the only thing is when you go down, you've usually got a chance, so it's all right.
We'll just keep our eye out for A. Abrahams on one in Melbourne.
That's the idea.
Tell me this, weight-wise, how do you handle the weight?
Oh, it's pretty good, especially in the summer. It's easy to control, but I ride 53 pretty comfortable.
Yeah. What about these protective vests? They've now become compulsory. How do you find them?
Oh, it's just a matter of getting used to it. I think mine's fine, so I have no trouble with it.
Well, of course, they are an important factor, I suppose, in a fall, which we hope no one has.
Well, if it saves someone, it's for one person, well, it's done its job, isn't it?
Yep. Alan, good luck for the rest of the day. King's Risk, your best in race 5.
Thank you very much.
Alan Abrahams there, Chris, a very successful country jockey, rides all over the place, and maybe we're going to wait now for race 5 for Alan Abrahams possibly to ride a winning double.
Yeah, hopefully. He's certainly a great rider there around the circuits and rides a lot of winners, so we wish him all the best for the remainder of the day today. Now, let's have a look at the updated market on race 1 there at 1 right now. In fact, here's Rod.
Good on you, Chris. That up-over girl at Geelong, they must have visions of her being a jumper. One of the important aspects of all race meetings these days is sponsorship. The race coming up at Canberra today on Yass Cup Day is the Royal Hotel Handicap. With me is the licensee of the Royal Hotel, Paul O'Brien. Paul, the sponsorship, it's very good in Yass, a lot of support.
Mate, great day for Yass. It brings a lot of coverage to the town. Brings a bit of country to Canberra as well. Excellent for everyone around.
How long have you been at the Royal?
Just on 5 years now. So,
good drinking town?
Oh, mate, great drinking town. 4 pubs, good drinking town.
Yeah, I suppose that's pretty big for a city or a town the size of Yass.
Mate, you know all about it.
I have sampled a little bit of it, and the day's not over yet. Well, Paul, this is your race coming up. Have you got a tip for us?
Mate, Burner Publican, mate, number 6, frothy top. Just have to be the go. There's a roughie.
We all like a frothy top. Listen, who's looking after the shop today?
Mate, someone looking after the shop today in Yass, Big Deb. She's back there looking after the show for us. And I'd just like to say good day to all the fellas in Narooma. We've just purchased a pub down at Narooma too, O'Brien's Hotel.
Branching out.
Oh, mate, trying.
Would there be too many in the hotel today?
Oh, mate, there'll be a fair few down there barracking us on.
All right, Paul. Well, good luck at the Royal Hotel, and also good luck with Frothy Top.
Thanks, Rod.
Paul O'Brien, who's the licensee of the Royal Hotel, one of the sponsors on Yass Cup Day. And I know someone else who doesn't mind a frothy top. Chris Kearns.
You're absolutely right there, Rod, and there might be a few go down tonight too, and that sounds like a great hotel too. Good luck to them there, and good luck to Frothy Top. Now they're moving them up at Geelong for the running of a race at 13, Moulton at 7:40, Monet's Talent at 14, then further over, let's see if there's anything else backed. Yes, number 12 for Weona Stars at 10, 8.80 for Vidi Special, 14 Circuit Bid at 13. Now they're the fancied ones for this second at Canberra as they start to move them up. Moulton, the tip from Tony Campbell, number 7 to beat 12 Weona Star. Now on the first at Murray Bridge, and here the winner was number 2 Blazing Fantasy, 2:40, 1:40, 11 Martyrs Pride 2 even, and 7 Bell Cassie 160. Quinella 10:30, and the 2, 11 and 7 trifecta $54.30 race 1 Murray Bridge. Rider change at the Sunshine, and here's Tony Campbell.
Thanks, Chris. All in now, the light is on. Race to 1,000 metres. Gates open, a good level start, and getting out very quickly was Circuit Bid. Down towards the inside, Weona Star is prominent, so too is Vidi Special. Out wide going up was Calgary Prince, followed further back in the field, then the Chap. Down towards the inside, Federation, further back behind those Frothy Top, Astrology. The next one was Moulton back centre field, a further break, Just a Million, followed then by New Squeeze. Smooge on the outside, getting back to second last Night's Blood, and Monet's Talent last of all, as they race up towards the turn, and the leader was Circuit Bid, about a length and a half in front. Weona Star is second, Calgary Prince on the outside is gaining ground. Back behind those Federation down towards the inside, followed by Vidi Special, then Frothy Top, and well back was the Chap. Further back behind those then came New Squeeze in the straight with about 300 to go, and Calgary Prince moved up on the outside of Circuit Bid. Weona Star Just a Million down towards the inside. Vidi Special is running on, but Calgary Prince has raced away. Inside the final 100, Calgary Prince is the leader. Frothy Top is running on fairly well, and Vidi Special, but it's all Calgary Prince. He's down on the line. A very impressive winner. Calgary Prince first, close for second, Vidi Special or Frothy Top, then Moulton who ran on, followed then by Circuit Bid, Weona Star, then You Squeeze, Night's Blood, Just a Million. Back behind those then Federation, followed by the Chap, then Astrology, Monet's Talent, and Smooge was last. Well, very impressive winner, Calgary Prince. First starter, drew the outside barrier and won very, very well indeed. Calgary Prince, trained a dubbo by Eva Langworthy, raced by E, Mrs K and Miss T Samius, a 3-year-old bay gelding by Zophany out of Calgary Girl, and a good ride by Matthew Carl. Close for minors. We've got Vidi Special out wide and Frothy Top. Won the winner, and there's a photo for the minors. 58.94. That is a very smart run, just outside the class record. 58.94, 35.27 the sectional. Now the second number goes up. Number 13, Vidi Special is second, and 6 third, that being Frothy Top. The numbers 1, 13, 6 official. 1, 13, 6 official.
So 1, 13 and 6 after the running of race 2 in Canberra. Calgary Prince, the favourite, getting home very easily there over Vidi Special and Frothy Top. Now at Caulfield, it's 1 minute away, and Catwrack is now 2.90 and is the favourite. 7.50 for As You Do. 3 Ascot at $13. 5 2.90. 13.40 the Quinella. And the 1.13.6 trifecta, $89, race 2 at Canberra. Okay, next race from Murray Bridge is about 1.5 minutes away. So it's time to go back to the track. And once again with a special guest in Canberra, trackside is Rod Gallagher.
Good on you, Chris, back here at Canberra on Yass Cup Day. We might have seen something a bit special in the previous race. Calgary Prince was the winner, and the winning jockey was Matthew Carl. Pretty smart.
Yeah, very impressive. Rod, it was his first start in the race, and he jumped from barrier, I think barrier 14, the extreme outside. Yeah, it was a nice win.
Think it'll go on?
Yeah, on that run he will. He will. He's got to improve a bit, but I think he will. He's still a little bit green, and he got a bit lost in the straight, but I think he's improving, but a fair horse.
Yeah, kept on battling, and we might look forward to seeing maybe Calgary Prince at a Metropolitan meeting.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the connection's going to do with him now. Either always takes a horse along slowly, but I'd say eventually he'll end up down there. Yeah.
Matt, you've got a pretty busy day here today. Plenty of rides coming up. What would you say is your best?
In hindsight, I would have said him, but of course he's gone now. Probably fourth in the last race, I think, is a promising horse. Greenhouse Express. He's only had 5 starts. He's won 3 of them. He's the last start Sydney winner. He's first up from a spell and he's drawn a very awkward barrier, but he is a promising little horse.
Well, we're patient types. We can wait. They're getting ready, though, at Murray Bridge, Matt. And just before we go, you have a lot of success with John Morrissey.
Yeah, well, John's a great conditioner. He's got a lot of lovely horses here, nice, well-bred horses, and it's just a matter of sitting and steering them. Helps a lot.
Good on you, Matt, and you steer very, very well.
Okay, thanks, Rod.
And we'll wait for Greenhouse Express in the last.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Matthew Carl there, and they're just about ready at Murray Bridge as we go trackside. Brenton Yates.
Fatina is the short price favourite. Very solid support, though, for Embraces.
Back here at Canberra, well, a man who's wearing a couple of hats today is Warren Hall. We spoke to him earlier in his capacity as president or chairman of the Yass Race Club, and now it's as managing director of Kelly & Co Rural Centre, which is a sponsor of the upcoming race. Just exactly what does your company do, Warren?
Our company's been supplying the rural community of Yass and District for some 60 years with all their rural supplies just to keep the farms running, and we've been doing it, and we're very appreciative of a lot of people who come across and to support us today, our clients, which is very good.
You carry your age very well, 60 years.
Actually, my father, well, I say my father used to own them, but he certainly did not. But I do carry. I dye my hair, as a matter of fact. Have you had a close look? And my moustache.
Warren, with this race coming up, your race, have you got a tip for us?
Well, the tip would be nice to your mother, I suppose. But I do like the number 5. Thanks for ringing. I'm sure that won't hurt the bookies too much, giving out a tip like that, because they know how much of a judge I am.
OK, Warren, good luck, and we're all enjoying the day.
Thank you very much, Rod.
Warren Hall, who's the Managing Director of Kelly & Co, the sponsor of the upcoming race here at Canberra. And let's go now to the trackside at Warwick Farm. Here's Terry.
Set to run. Starter on his stand. Poetic Baron, the blue and the gold cap, the favourite.
Rod Gallagher.
Well, thanks, Chris. Back here at Canberra on Yass Cup Day. We were talking a little earlier about the kilometres jockeys do in cars, not necessarily on horses. And one that does cover a lot of ground is Tracy Bartley. You ride at a lot of meetings, Tracy?
Yes, well, I came from Orange last night, and no, you got to get about these days. That's what it's about, and have saddle will travel.
How many meetings would you ride a week?
Probably 3 to 4 every week, but there's sort of nowhere within, say, 200 k's of each other, so it's a lot of miles, but, you know, you got to do it.
Well, but how many miles or kilometres would you do a week?
Well, you probably average 80,000 a year, so, you know, you cut that down.
I wouldn't go that far on holidays. Tracy, you have an enormous amount of success around the country tracks, and riding here today, what's your best?
Probably the horse in the last. You know, Danny Williams trains him, he goes nice. You know,
practice.
That's right. You know, he did eat last start in town second, and they say it was a very good run. I didn't see the race, but Danny assures me the horse is very well, and he trains very good.
Tracy, you should have watched the late mail, because we showed that replay and it was going to win everywhere bar the last couple of hops.
He did say that he was home everywhere by the last hop, and he said he was a little bit new on that occasion. And today, you know, he's got a very high opinion of the horse, and if he's got that, he'll be very hard to beat.
He trains well, Dan Williams.
He's a very nice bloke and a very astute trainer. Only a young fella, but, you know, just going to go a long way in the game.
Good on you, Tracy. Well, good luck today, and we'll all wait patiently now for the last of normal practice.
That's the go, for sure.
Thanks. That's Tracy Bartley here at Canberra on Yass Cup Day as we go back to Chris.
OK, thanks, Rod, and Tracy Bartley too, and hopefully we will have some money left for the last to back that one too in the last at Canberra today. Should be a good chance to normal practice, and of course the late mail too. Now, Murray Bridge, as they're getting set now at Geelong. Embraces at Murray Bridge paid $3 even and $1.40, 7 for Tina $1.20, and 5 Del Fuego $2.60. Quinella paid $2.50, and the 975 trifecta $54.50. Race 2 at Murray Bridge. Over Posh Miss and Giovanna for 11.9 after race 2. Now at Canberra, juggling time 6.50, 17 for Backaroo, 4.80 Swans Down, and thanks for ringing 4.40. Down to Creative Opera at 6.40, and then further over it's 6.10 Lovely Doreen and 17s for Alcatcher. Now we've got Michael Heath's mounting yard mail through as well for this race. It's number 4, Swansdown, over 1 juggling time and 5 thanks for ringing. That's Michael Heath's mounting yard mail, the very latest there. Caulfield, 3 minutes off. Hamlet at 9.90. Stuntman, 8.50. Don Moxie, 10.
Noble Knuckle stands up, back a rule. There's the light, they're set. They're racing. Now Deep Time went back to the tail of the field and Baker's Delight didn't jump all that well. Swansdown and Phileas got the best of it, followed by Alcatcher going up. Lovely Doreen is prominent, so too is Juggling Time. And further back in the field then came Noble Knuckle down towards the inside. In between runners, My Lady Shelley, followed by Baccarul going up behind the leading division. And thanks for ringing up in that leading group as well. The big field settles down and races towards the turn. And it's Swansdown joined on the outside by Alcatcher. Going up fairly wide was Juggling Time, and wider still, thanks for ringing. Lovely Doreen Park behind those, followed then by Phileas. Further back then Creative Opera, followed by Noble Knuckle down towards the inside. Then Juggling Time. Further back then My Lady Shelley. Baccarul's the rightest runner further back in the field. Then came Grove Lady, followed then by Deep Time. Baker's Delight. Frau Kingston as well, back and back behind those then. Came Miss Olive in the straight inside the 200. And now Alcatcher moved up on the outside of Swansdown. It's Alcatcher, Swansdown, Alcatcher. Alcatcher beats Swansdown. Flashing up for third, Lovely Doreen, followed by Noble Knuckle. Then Phileas back behind those, Juggling Time, Creative Opera. Further back, Thanks for Ringing, followed then by Miss Olive. Out wide was Baker's Delight, followed then by Grove Lady, Deep Time. Frau Kingston, My Lady Shelley, well back, Cambridge Stage. And Baccarul pulled up very quickly after crossing the line. A big finish. Number 14, Alcatcher. Alan Abrahams, a winning double. Number 14, Alcatcher, is the winner, ridden by Alan Abrahams. Trained at Kembla Grange by Bernie Hallett. Second goes to number 4, Swansdown, Greg Farrer. Well, that was a tremendous race. And third goes to number 13, Lovely Doreen, flashing up for third. The numbers are 14, 4, 13. Number 14, the winner, Alcatcher, trained at Kembla Grange by Bernie Hallett. A 3-year-old chestnut filly by Ella Reb out of Kadicha. It's raced by B.M. Hallett, GJ and Mrs. L. Capon, M. Aspros and Mrs. M.P. and K.R. Lowe. And Alcatcher was having her 9th start today, 1 win and a 3rd prior to today's win. So the numbers are official, 14, 4, 13.
Yeah, great finish there. Alcatcher giving Alan Abrahams a double, 17.20, 2.30, 170, Swansdown, Lovely Doreen at 2.30. Caulfield at the start. 10's Hamlet, Stuntman 8.30 and 10's Don Moxie. 5 has Troy Phillips with him at Canberra.
Good on you, Chris. Yes, back here at Canberra. I suppose a fact that a lot of people overlook, that the jockey I'm talking to, Troy Phillips, like Might and Power, was trained by Jack Denham.
I don't know about that, but yeah.
Well, I think there's some similarity, isn't it?
Yeah, we're both as tough.
Troy, what sort of a boss was he?
Hard, very hard, but, mate, you only get out what you put in.
And you still do a bit of riding for the stable?
Yeah, well, I've just had a parting of the ways in the last few weeks, actually, already. So, yeah, I'm sort of out on my own now, sort of chasing up my old clients. What
about you've got a ride coming up, Destruction? Pretty well named for you.
Yeah, it depends on who you talk to. If you talk to a punter and I've destroyed them, they might want to be looking for me.
But it's got a chance.
It's got a very good show, mate. Yeah, got a very good show. It's only had the 2 runs, but its runs have been good. And Gainer's no mug. She wouldn't have brought it down here unless she thought it could win.
All right, mate, well, good luck.
Thanks, Roddy.
Let's go to Murray Bridge.
Around at the start a bit. Stack was out.
Here he is once again, Rod Galagas.
Chris, I'm absolutely frightened to stop because I don't know what's going to happen. Coming up next on the program here at Canberra is the Robertson Landscaping company from Yass, and Steve Masters from the company with us now. Steve, just explain something about the company.
Yes, we